I fear I switched off slightly too early. As soon as Namaste gone, further thought. What is the validity? What is the validity of each thought? Hunger, has it got a validity? Is hunger a thought about feeding, eating, satisfying? And purpose, has purpose a thought? Is purpose a thought about intention? Is happiness a thought about smiling and being full of the joys of life? So hunger, the thought of hunger is feeding itself, thought over. So what is the flavor of hunger, you see? Has hunger got a different flavor? You see, the mind will say yes. Yeah, well, hunger means that, you see, you're now stringing words into sentence. Hunger is simply a thought. Take away the word hunger and a thought arose. Take away the word purpose, a thought arose. Take away the word happiness, another thought arose. Each thought is the same. It has to be the same because it came from the same initial thought. It has flavors, you see. And the flavors come from the emotions and the senses of each individual body. Therefore, your description, your mind and body's description of when purpose came would have went into its flavor. Oh, he's speaking about my purpose. See, that's your flavor of the word purpose. Your flavor of the word hunger could mean, I want to go and eat now. I'll watch this, I'll pause and go, when hearing the word hunger. Or the world is starving, in Africa, it's starving. In Central Africa, hunger. They must be so hungry. You see, that's your flavor. So each body, each individual that we appear as are here to create more thoughts, different versions of thoughts, different versions of the same thought. So great. Whatever this thought is, whatever it came from, whatever it is made up of, and there is no thinker. What is there? You see, the thinker is not relevant to you or I or any other. We cannot be separate from the thought, but the thinker, does that exist? And what an amazing thinker it is. From one single thought to create this, you see. To allow each individual human being or each individual soul or Holy Spirit or whatever thought that you originate from, and we're all different, you see. You see, that's why we all say, I have the feeling I am the Holy Spirit. I have the feeling that I am Christ. I have the feeling that I am a person. I have the feeling that I am bored. That is what it is. You're only appearing in a shell to raise more thoughts, different flavors of same thoughts, coming together to create more flavors of more thoughts. Husband and wife coming together, more children, more flavors of more thoughts. We are part of, each individual is part of creating our own world. That is what we are here for, to create a world. You see, not a real world, a physical world, a nothing world, an empty world, a spiritual world, a religious world, a scientific world, a happy world, a peaceful world, an empty world, a world. Then your mind says, what kind? How do you know what kind? You see, that thought has not been born yet, you see. We are constantly evolving through words, through thoughts, growing. Is there an end? You see, is this world, has it come up with an end thought? Has this whole thought said, you know what? I have enough information, and you have to be the speaker of these words, as well as the listener of these words, as well as the experiencer of these words, as well as the one who feels separate from these words, as well as the one who feels something important to these words, as well as the one who feels something inferior to these words. You see? I have enough, That's it, you see. And that I feel is what this body and this mind, this particular body and mind, has been given this revelation for, because this body and mind, or this thought, that's what this is, that's what I am, a thought, has had enough and says, you know what, enough's enough. So the thought of a world becomes real. But there's no knowing what this world is. Is it another world of thoughts? Is it a world of end? See, we've never experienced end. The thought end comes, but it's not any of these subsequent purpose, hunger, end, happiness are not real, you see. They are reflections within this whole encompassing pinhead thought that for this one is called one moment. For another, what is? For another, now. For another, I am. For another, truth is. You see? And even that whole encompassing seeing of this singular, all encompassing thought and the truth within the core, the very core, the point, will change. Because beyond this, within this thought, there are countless other singular thoughts. That is why they're reflecting within each other. If you imagine this, if you imagine space, and in this space, there is an billions randomly scattered in infinite space. There is an hourglass, and each hourglass has a name. And within this hourglass, let's take one hourglass, the hourglass of hunger. And within this hourglass of hunger, there are billions of planets and galaxies, and billions of planets and universes and galaxies, or galaxies, planets, and universe. And within each planet, there are billions of human beings in this hourglass of hunger. That is how big it is, you see. So the reflection of all other hourglasses in the light of space deflect and reflect against each hourglass, constantly raising thoughts, you see. So us as human beings and as a vessel within each planet of each hourglass. Billions of humans, billions of races, billions of thoughts within each singular thought. What an amazing thought. Each one reflecting and deflecting and creating more hourglasses. So you could be within the thought of hourglass, but you cannot be alone in one hourglass. You have to be in all hourglasses. You see how complicated and how complex is this? The mind must be so. But I'm going to do a preceding video about the mind, which is involved with this. But this whole thing about these hourglasses, imagine you are within every single hourglass, within every single planet, within every single galaxy, which is time dimension, travel, but everything is one momently simultaneously. You are everywhere and you are nowhere. And you are creating another world, another thought, another hourglass. Every time you speak or think. Brilliant. So you are God within thoughts of gods, within gods, but you're nothing, within nothing, within nothing, within nothing, simultaneously, at the same time. Your unique flavor is your life as a human being, which many forget, you see. Let's come back to the basics. Your life as a human being, as an egoistic mind, as a body, as a name, as a journey from birth to death, is as valid as any singular thought of hunger. Without you in this body, this is your gift, you see. The gift is, if you appear as a vessel, as a thought of a vessel, within a vessel, within a vessel, within a vessel. I'm going to give you a nice little story, a nice little gift, a nice little experience within all these thoughts. Because I'm going to allow you as a human to create sentences, go to school, and experiences each thought as a story about you, me, the person, the I, ego. So without your story, you see, no saint, no guru, no one who has experienced this true enlightenment should be speaking this way or that way. You see, everything is valid. Every single moment of your life in this body is valid. You see, you had a thought about being a body, and it's here. It doesn't matter what happens to the body. It doesn't matter where the body came from. It doesn't matter if the body experiences enlightenment. It doesn't matter if the body experiences anything. The body has arisen and it has succeeded. All because of you. All because of you, the creator and the actor of a world of phenomenal majesty and phenomenal creation that goes so far beyond mind. But does it, you see? Next video. And you deserve your place here. But so does the slug. So you can be value, or you can be non-value, but you and slug are far beyond value and non-value. Far beyond the one moment and what is, but absolutely devalued, non-valued, valued, simultaneously non-valued, beyond the one moment, what is, now, Hereness, I am. Wherever you go, wherever you go, something is there. And that's the truth. Wherever you go, I don't know who you are, but the sense of you, the sense of life, existence, the sense of being, the sense of Hereness, the sense of nowness, wherever you go, wherever your sense goes, you are here. You are that. You go. Namaste.